Okay, so what do you do when you look around your house and you're so overwhelmed and everything's just gotten so far behind and so out of hand and you can't stand it, but just the thought of tackling it just it like makes it worse. You don't even want to look at it, but you can't help it because now you're walking around things and over things. And it just seems so hard to get things back the way they're supposed to be. Like, I want to talk about that a little bit, and believe me, there's no judgment here because I understand. Okay, so if you're a regular listener, you will know that this has been a really hard year for me. I've had some health scares. I've been having difficulties with other issues in my life as far as my health is concerned, and I've been uncomfortable and in pain and worried and scared and depressed, and I've tried to stay upbeat on my videos, but believe me, there were a lot of days when I was just overcome by whatever was going on with me. And I'm tired too. I have fatigue. I take a nap almost every day, okay, because whatever's going on with me, and I don't even know if that's age or if it's just some of the health issues that I have that make me exhausted, okay. And so even though I have a cleaning business, I'm still extremely busy trying to make ends meet. And by the way, I'm the sole survivor, if you don't know that. I mean, not sole survivor, sole provider for my family. I pay all the bills, so I have to work. I have to have some kind of income, and then taking care of a house, and Ray's disabled. He can do some things, but he's limited. Plus, he's a guy. Not to be a man basher, because I know that there's some very organized and clean, but most of the men in my life just don't care the way a woman would. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, I know it's sexist. I'm sorry. It's where I'm at. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean. This is my life, but I want to put it out there because I know I'm not alone, and those are my circumstances, and we all have our own circumstances. There's lots of reasons why we can't get things accomplished, and your reasons are your own. And it doesn't make it any better that when you're trying to do something, or you're going through something, that the rest of the world just seems to fall apart and you feel like you're living in squalor. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Things have gotten so behind, and I don't like it. And things are just piling up. And I know I can't get it all done. I know realistically, after everything I've been through, there's no way I can breeze through my house and get everything done all at one time like I used to be able to do, okay? So that's reality right there. What am I going to do? And so this is what I'm doing to make it manageable for me, and I'm going to pass it along to you guys, and hopefully it helps you, because like I said, you're not alone, and even though your circumstances might be different, the process can still be the same in the end result. And so I have areas of my house that have been overtaken by my other business, my reselling business and the booth. And then there's things that have gotten behind, like the laundry and my kitchen. I don't like the condition of my kitchen. I mean, there's a couple dishes in the sink. Most of the dishes are clean. I did cook for Thanksgiving, so I had that mess to clean up. But we've been basically living on leftovers for the last few days. So I don't know when you see this, but I'm about turkeyed out by the time you see it anyway. So anyway, the mess is not as great as if I had to cook a big meal, is what I'm saying as far as that goes. So the kitchen day to day hasn't gotten out of hand, but because things have accumulated over time, there are things that I'm kind of disgusted with. And so, I live by my calendar. My calendar goes with me everywhere, and I write everything down as far as my appointments and the important things that I need to do. But I've decided to use my calendar to help me in getting myself back on track. And I don't remember what book it is, but I listen to books on Audible while I'm cleaning. And there was one, I don't remember what it was like $1 million, something about $1 million. And they were talking about Shonda Rhimes. She writes a lot of TV series, some pretty good ones actually. Of course, I can't think of any of those off the top of my head either. But they were talking about how she manages her schedule, and what she does is she uses time blocks. And so I thought about that. And obviously, if I'm going to, I'm on my way to clean the gym today, so there's going to be a time block, a very large time block for that, okay? That's a part of the day that is dedicated to making money to support my household. Okay. But then the rest of the day is open on my calendar, which is kind of dangerous because there's nothing to control me or structure me, if you don't like the word control, or for me to control my time, okay, or discipline myself. So I could very easily go clean the gym, go home, get something to eat, lay down and fall asleep for 3 hours. That's reality. And meanwhile, nothing's getting done. So I have decided I'm going to start using these time blocks, and they might be small little time blocks, like little 1 hour increments, okay? Or 2 hours or 3 hours, because another thing that's happening is I'm letting other parts of my business or my income slide because I don't have the accountability of another person for the reselling business. The only accountability I have is myself. And so it's easy to say, oh, I'll do that later. Well, the same thing is happening with putting stuff away or getting things accomplished in my house too. I can always do it later. And that's dangerous because things pile up and things fall behind, and you just don't get anything done, and it becomes a mountain, including my reselling business. So I have decided on my calendar to put in time blocks, okay? And I'm also incorporating a little bit of Fly Lady into this. And one of the things that she says, this is so poignant, okay? So listen to this because it's really important. When she's talking about the messes in your life, or how your house is not in control, she says, it didn't get that way overnight. And that's true. If it was just something that happened overnight, unless you had the wildest party in the world and a bunch of banshees came in your house and destroyed it, basically these things pile up over time and the dust falls slowly and it just builds up, really, right? And so she says, give yourself some grace. And this is where I'm coming in, because like I said, I can't just race through and do this all like I used to be able to do. Give yourself some grace and do it in small little baby steps, is what she calls it, baby steps. So one thing at a time. Every day do something, one more thing. And that's what's so poignant about it, is that you're allowing yourself to catch up. And the beautiful thing about it is that once you get that little step started, it's like building momentum. So for instance, yesterday I had 2 things that I accomplished, really, actually maybe 3 if you want to look at it a certain way. So the first thing that I got accomplished was my laundry. I took all my laundry and I went to the laundromat. And the reason why this is such a big deal is because I don't have laundry facilities. Basically, I have a very small washing machine, no dryer, and I'm talking very small, like a portable washing machine, okay, in my apartment, which is great, for doing like a load here and there, but when you get a whole bunch of it, it's not so great. And it's cold now, so the clothes aren't drying the way they should because they have to hang dry and they're all over the place or out on my deck or whatever. So there's just the regular part of the laundry, but then there was another part of the laundry that I have been putting off for months because I can't do it in my little washing machine, and that is there was a couple blankets that needed to be washed for Ray, okay? And they won't fit in my little washing machine. So I took everything and I went to the laundromat, and I have a great one near me. It's called Laundry Lab. Not that that's really that relevant, but they have really efficient machines and they're fast, okay? But if I didn't have them, I still would have gone to the laundromat anyway, because, you know, I've done that. And the great thing about going to the laundromat is, instead of doing one load of laundry at one time, you could do a whole row of laundry. You know, you've got 4 or 5, depending on how much laundry you have. I had 3 yesterday. I had 1, 2, 3. I had 3 yesterday. I had 1 with our clothes, 1 with these blankets, and then 1 with my cleaning supplies that I never wash with my stuff, okay? So I had 3 loads of laundry going all at one time. It took about 20 minutes or so to wash them, and another 20 minutes total to dry them. So I washed and dried them all. Went home. I don't fold my clothes at the laundromat. You could. You'd have to weigh that out yourself. You know, what's better for you. But my point is, with the laundromat, if you have a mountain of laundry, even if you have a washer and dryer, get yourself maybe like $20 or $30 if you can spare it, and go to the laundromat and just use all the laundry. You know, do it all at one time and get it done. And then I bring mine home and I put something on the TV and I just start folding. And so everything's folded, put away, it's all done. And I almost slipped into not doing it, but not folding and putting away. But I folded on my bed so that I wouldn't be able to sleep unless I put the clothes away, you know, and I just got it done. It was done. And so I got that done. The other thing that I did was, I've had this shelf. It's a big storage shelf. It's made out of plastic and it comes apart. I bought it in the summertime from a friend of mine. She was having a yard sale and I got it from her. And my intention was to put it into the area where I do my reselling business. And it's been sitting on my porch for months. You know, not out where people can see it, but it's there. I could see it. And I just got tired of looking at it. Well, meanwhile, over in my reselling business, because I collect boxes and, you know, then you go pawing through all the boxes looking for something to send something out. It's got to be the right size and blah, blah, blah. That all became just a big mess, okay? So I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this shelf up over here where my shipping supplies are. It's really tall. It's up over my head, so it's probably like 6 feet tall. And I'm going to take these boxes that are just getting out of hand. I flatten them all out, and they're stacked on that shelf. And then I have different kinds of, not the paper that you put in for packing material, but some of the puffy, there's little puff pillows and some peanuts and some other stuff like that. It's light. That one on the shelf, because it's basically, I've been keeping it in bags and they just float all over the place, you know. And so I got all that done and I had pulled everything out, the old shelf that I was using. And prior to getting this new shelf, the plan was the boxes that I'm reusing or recycling, break them down flat and put them in bins. Well, I pulled all those out because they were just, everything was just disheveled in a mess and I couldn't find anything anymore, okay? I couldn't see what I had to work with. So I pulled everything out, swept the floor back there, so, you know, got any dust or cobwebs or whatever that had accumulated since the last time any of that had been moved. And even though my retail or reselling space is not the way I want it, it's better than it was. And so those 2 big things got taken care of yesterday. They really were big things. They were big accomplishments. And it really didn't take as long as I thought it was. And especially on the reseller side, because like I said, that place is a mess right now. I've been just dumping stuff and not really, I know where things are miraculously most of the time. But it just looks horrendous. Like, to the eye, it looks like it just doesn't look good. So I got all of that straightened out. I can find things for shipping. And every day, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick a spot in my house or in my reselling business, wherever. And it gets maybe an hour of my attention, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get just that little spot. I mean, and I'm talking like maybe a 5-foot area or a 3-foot area, or just one little pocket of space. I'm not talking about the whole room, okay? Because there's a place in my bedroom that has become a dumping ground, and I'm not liking that either. It's giving me really bad vibes. So that's the next place, and that's all I'm going to worry about. I'm going to focus on that spot and get whatever is in there disturbing me out and get it done. And in the meantime, whatever I have been able to keep up with, I'm going to keep up with those habits too. So getting the dishes done and keeping the bathroom clean, or whatever, you know the things. I will tell you though, there's one thing I wanted to do yesterday and didn't do because I don't know what happened to my cat. She had some kind of an emotional breakdown, and it was during the time when I was folding my clothes. And I like the smell of laundry products. Okay, so my laundry smells good. I like it, and I love it when I do laundry. My whole house smells good. I like it. Okay, I know it's not for everybody, but for me, I like it. And so I came in with my laundry, and it was in the bedroom, and you know, our place is small. You have to go through the bedroom to get to the bathroom, and her litter box, one of them, she's got 2, but one of them is in the bathroom. Well, I don't know what happened to her. She started hissing and growling, and she just, both of us, me and Ray, I don't know what happened to her. She would look in the bedroom, and her tail was all puffed up, and the only thing that was different was that the laundry was clean, and I just don't know if maybe there was a smell in the laundry that I picked up from the laundromat. I kind of hope not. I mean, that's kind of gross if you think about it, but I just don't know. But she got crazy and emotionally distraught for some reason, and it went on for a while. It wasn't like one little hiss and a growl. She was like this for an hour or two, and I wanted to vacuum. When we finally got her calmed down where she wasn't hissing, and she sat on Ray's lap and she let us pet her again, but I decided not to run the vacuum cleaner for her sake. But that gets run today. I am going to vacuum today. I'm going to vacuum today, and I hope that Snickers, whatever is going on in her little cat brain, has been resolved, because I need to vacuum. Okay, so that's on my list of things that I'm going to do today. I'm going to vacuum, I'm going to sweep, and I might mop. But yeah, so if you've listened this long to all of my babbling, really the whole point of it is the 2 things that I'm doing, well, maybe you could say 3. I'm writing things down. I'm giving myself time blocks to do what I need to do, and you know, not just the cleaning, but I'm also writing on there for the reselling, because I need to do that. And I'm making notes to myself of tasks that I want to get done, and consciously, not a great big plan, okay? It's not some big complex thing. It's just consciously saying, okay, I don't like this space right here, whatever it is, and I'm gonna give myself this amount of time to work on it. And if it's not finished in that, that's okay. I can come back to it tomorrow for real, not putting it off. But at least I've got something done, and acknowledging that hour that I spent taking care of whatever it was that I took care of has outrun the buildup of the mess that came while I was trying to get through whatever it was that I was getting through. Okay, so it can be done, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.